Hi, I'm Sean Kelleher. I write Past Paths on Substack, and I serve as the vice chair of Saratoga 250. This is a place where history still asks questions. I'm outside the Blockhouse in Stillwater, in the village of Stillwater. This blockhouse was originally built for the centennial in 1927, and then it was moved from the battlefield to this beautiful spot right along the Hudson River in Stillwater, finally in 1999. And I'm here today because I have some genuinely good news to share. Let's start with momentum. This spring, Saratoga 250 is not building slowly, it's accelerating. Programs are filling up, audiences are growing, visitors are arriving with a clear purpose to understand the American Revolution where anything was but anything but certain. One example, I'm doing a program next week on the 250th anniversary of Ben Franklin coming through here. And guess what? It sold out quickly. So quickly that we added an additional date. You can check my Substack about what the date is. Um, that'll be Wednesday. And then there's also another opportunity on Sunday. So there's some great opportunities to see that. And we're going to be doing it, two of those dates, we're going to be doing at the Champlain Canal Regional Gateway Visitor Center in Schuylerville. That's the same location that's going to be opening up this fall with the Saratoga Revolutionary Experience. But it tells you something. Franklin passed through here in 1776. He was 70 years old, and he traveled north through the mud and the thaw, and he was already doubtful whether or not he was going to be successful. And he admitted that I'm too old to undertake such fatigue. But he kept on going. He had to spend 7 days in Schuylerville for the weather to clear. But ultimately, his mission was not successful. Yet within 2 years, he secured the French alliance. That Saratoga, misfortunes and opportunities, often indistinguishable in the moment. And you know what? It works with history and it also works at the racetrack. But let's step back to 1777. The battles of Saratoga. The battles of Saratoga. Always say battles. Freeman's Farm and Bemis Heights both fought in the town of Stillwater. The siege, the surrender, they prove that the American cause can endure. It's not easy, it's not clean, but decisive enough to shift the global perspective. One later person reflected upon it and said that the battles of Saratoga launched 2 centuries of revolutions elsewhere. It meant the beginning of the end of the British Empire, and it it breathed life. I always have a tough time with that. It breathed life into the United States of America. And here's what visitors often miss: is the geography. Saratoga is not just one place, it's a region. You have the town of Saratoga and the town of Stillwater, and they were both organized in 1788. And of course, Stillwater is known for where the battlefields unfolded, Saratoga, where the surrender happened. Saratoga Springs is known for the spa and the horse racing, but not for the fighting. And then Schuylerville, Victory, 2 villages, Easton, Greenwich, Northumberland, along with the town of Saratoga, is where that siege period happened, where the campaign came to a close and ended with the first time in world history a complete British Army surrender. You don't just visit Saratoga, you move through it. And as you do, you walk a landscape that's shaped by division. In 1777, New York was not unified. We had Whigs or Patriots who stood for independence. We had Royalists who remained loyal to the crown. And these were neighbors, sometimes families. And the tension still lingers on the ground. Now, some more good news. On April 26th, a French cannon called the La Poissy will be unveiled at Saratoga National Historical Park. It was part of the covert aid that came from France in 1777. And it's a physical reminder that you don't win wars alone. It's supplies, it's alliances, it's timing. And those matter too to win a war. And Saratoga's story is actually out there reaching further. Recently, that PBS series, Travels with Darley, the show on Saratoga, it's been shown in over 400 markets. Our national recognition is growing. Even USA Today has named the Saratoga National Historical Park as the best battlefield walk in the country. That's not just attention, but it is a shift. And here's a practical tip. If you're planning to start a visit at Saratoga, you might want to visit this building, the Blockhouse in Stillwater. It's open during the summer and in the fall, and it's a great spot to start your travel. And then you want to go up to the battlefield and you want to get on the tour road. And take your time going through the tour road. Get out at the various stops and walk the various trails because the landscape really has something to show you. This is a place where every step of the revolution um, has a different ending. So walk it, ask questions. If you're following along here, consider subscribing to Past Paths, my Substack. That's PASTPATHS. Leave a comment. The conversation matters as much as the ground itself. So as we look over here, I'm going to give you a quick view of the Hudson River, and you can see it's particularly high today um, as we have our spring melt. Um, until we meet again, I wish you a good day. I am your most humble and obedient servant, Sean Kelleher.